Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Trey, back with another Hunger Games video. Yes, I am. The series is called Hunger Games, and no, I'm not talking about the movies. So yeah, this is gonna be I'll probably make it 6 videos of this series, probably at the most, maybe, depending if people keep pumping out vids about food stamps and going crazy about it. But anyway, before I get to anything, I am taking video requests. I don't care if it's clips you want me to cover, if it's articles you want me to cover. I'll do it. Just send to either my socials or send it to the email I put in the description below. So let's get to this video. Of course, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, leave a comment, tell what you think about this whole thing, and share this with anybody who like videos like these. So without further ado, let's get into it. Got 8 clips and expect this to be another long one, about 20 minutes again. Expect it. All right, let's get to the first one.
Well, it looks like they're being strict with the food stamps, y'all. So apparently if you have
The
food
music.
stamps, you can't buy no more junk food. You can't buy no sugary drinks, energy drinks, none of that. You gotta buy stuff that actually has good nutrition. I kind of look at it as a good thing in a sense because, like, you know, I guess the government they want to make sure that you're buying healthy stuff for you and your children. Make sure that y'all are good.
That is a good thing. At least somebody said something about it. Because most of the ones I run to, they're crying about it. They are completely crying about it. Well, as you see with the clip you see up here, I think she's going to be crying about something. We're about to see.
I feel like food stamps should be mandatory for mothers that have one or more child. Stay with me now.
No, I'm sorry. I'm going to go ahead and stop right now. No, it's not. It should not be mandatory. Work just like everybody else. But we're going to see what she's going to say. What her excuse is.
We are qualified to receive a certain amount of money during tax time as long as we don't go over their income bracket. We should qualify for food stamps every month for these children. I have 2 boys. Food hate to see them coming. When I say I stay in Walmart need to go ahead and sponsor me. Because I be up in there every other day. I just made groceries a few days ago. I had to go back to the store today. So all I'm saying is, if we are entitled to claim our children on our income taxes every year so we can receive a little bit of extra money, I need the government to have that same energy, and I need them to give us at least $100 per child.
Nah. No, you're good with what you have. Just work with what you have. No. Then, you know, if that's the case, it's going to be like millions of mothers that are going to be asking for that same thing. Even ones that might make money, they're going to be asking for that same damn thing. So no, I don't think it should work like that. No, it's fine the way it is. Whatever amount of food stamps you're getting, you should stick with it. But like I said in the previous ones, you shouldn't be staying on government assistance for that long to begin with, not even for years. Now, yes, granted, there are some people who struggle to get out of it, but at the same time, those same people who is trying to get out of it, at least they trying, putting effort to try and get off the program. It's a little extra helpful. Yeah, it is, but nobody should aim to stay in government assistance or try to ask for extra in her case. I'm sorry. It should not be mandatory. No. If you are getting food stamps, be grateful you're getting food stamps, government assistance. Some of us, like me, can't get it. So yeah. But I still work around it because I know how to budget my stuff. Okay? But anyway, let's move on to the next clip.
So y'all remember that time that I got on TikTok telling y'all about the food stamps?
Oh, this dumb broad. Oh, her.
Do y'all remember that time I got on here and told y'all about the food stamps? Why the fuck did they turn my food stamps off? And I gotta pay back $35,000. They turned my food stamp off and I gotta pay back $35,000. Now I'm fucking aggravated because how y'all didn't know I was playing on here? Y'all just running with shit. But them motherfuckers really turned my goddamn food stamps off and I have to pay them back $35,000. I don't know where the hell I'm gonna get $35,000 from, but I have to pay them back. So y'all, watch what y'all put on the internet because everything is not for the internet. And I learned it. Now I'm sitting here stuck, hungry as fuck, no food. And I don't got no fucking $35,000, so I don't know where they think I'm about to get that from.
They're going to be garnishing your checks. That's what they're going to be doing. If you got a job, they're going to be garnishing your checks. But anyway, let's back to the root of the problem. You the dumbass. Hold on. Go back a little bit. You the dumbass to put it all over TikTok talking about lying to the government to get stamps to get assistance. You the dumbass to put it out there. And you trying to say you just play? Nah, you're serious. You talked like you done this crap before. Like, you're a veteran at this game, fraud game. So you weren't playing. You were dead ass serious. And now you gotta pay the piper, pay the consequences. Consequences. Sorry, I mispronounced a lot of words, but you know what I'm trying to say. But yeah, you gotta pay for it now. Literally $35,000. You don't go on the internet and brag and tell people to go lie to get government assistance. You're a fucking idiot. You don't think the government ain't gonna catch on to that? Why you think they was on top of that TikTok shutdown for a while? You don't think the government ain't paying attention? You stupid. You stupid. There I go again. I need that soundboard again so I can just say press that button a few times. You stupid. You stupid. You stupid. You are dumb as hell, girl. Dumb as hell. Dumb. Anyway, let's move on to the next clip.
Come here. Let's talk about it because my president is shaking the table, okay? I know. This is a good thing. Yep. There are a lot of people who are able to work that are receiving a crazy amount of food stamps right now, okay? And let's just say that's not fair, okay? It's not fair. If we have to go out here and work and we're able-bodied citizens, you should have to work as well, okay? No, Trump is not trying to hurt you, okay? He's just trying to make you more independent.
I'm going to stop and pause that real quick. Thank you. Somebody said it. Somebody said it. Yes, Trump is just trying to get you to get your lazy ass up and go work some hours. 20 hours per week, exactly. 80 hours per month. 4 weeks in a month. That's all he's trying to get you to do. And then you still qualify for food stamps. But no, you got people, they don't want to do it. Look, Trump's is trying to get jobs here. It's trying to make America more sustainable again. You know, I don't think sustainable was the right word to use, but you know what I'm trying to say. He's trying to get this country working. Yes, him doing the tariffs and all that is kind of mess with the economy a little bit, but sometimes you have to make risk to get a high reward later on in life. So sometimes you got to deal with it. Yes, it's messing with it a little bit, but anyway, back to what she's saying. I probably got a lot more to say depending on what she has to say.
She's trying to make you go out here and get it, okay? Without having to depend on the government. We spend too much. As you can see, we spend too much. This is ridiculous. In 2022, almost like $150 billion on food stamps. It's declined a little bit, but still, this is ridiculous. And let's just be honest, everybody that's on food stamps are not hurting. Like, they're not in a horrible position, okay? A lot of people have been just continuing to have kids and kids and kids. What about us? What about us that don't have kids? Okay? That's like, no. Just because you have kids does not mean that you can just sit here and just take from the government. The government can just provide for you, and then everybody else who don't have kids, we gotta sit here, we gotta actually work. No. This is a great thing. Back all day. Let's talk about it in the comments.
That is a great thing she brought that up. Cause think about it. Who do you think is funding the government assistance? Us able-bodied working taxpayers like us is funding this crap. I'm not gonna say fund this crap, but funding their little government assistant lifestyle. Like I said, not everybody on government assistance ain't trying to stay on it. They just need that little extra help and get off of it. But you got people like the one that doing the fraud, the previous girl, the one from the first two videos, the one with the 6 kids. They make that a lifestyle, and they living better than the rest of us, while some of us are struggling hard just to try to get by on life. And they get to live and eat good, living on our dime that the taxpayers put into that. Nah, this is a great thing that Trump is doing. Yes, there are some families who might actually need it, but I'll say maybe 30% of families maybe need. That's on it that might actually need, but the other 70%, not so much. And the other comment about keep having kids, back to the other one, having 6 kids. Yeah, I know a couple of women who has 10 plus kids and live off government assistance. And I'm surprised I have not seen them run into none of their TikToks. I guess they keeping quiet because they don't want to expose themselves. I haven't seen none of them, so they keeping quiet. So yeah. But anyway, let's keep it moving. I think this next one is the longest one in this whole bunch. So I think so, yeah.
So it looks like that the Trump administration is cracking down the usage of food stamps, and it looks like it's getting a lot stricter. So the change that I did heard when it comes to being eligible for food stamps is that if you are an able-bodied individual, there's nothing seriously wrong with you. You are able to get a job. That is actually one of the major requirements you must have in order to be eligible to be on food stamps. So that's one of the things that the governments actually are cracking down. So if there's nothing seriously wrong with you, you're not disabled or anything like that, you can get a job, you just one of that don't want to work, you just depend on the government to take care of you, your benefits of getting food stamps will get eventually cut off because now it's required you have to have a job. This other change that really was shocking, it's kind of good but kind of bad at the same time, but it was also said that when it comes to using your food stamps, it's not going to work for junk food or sugary drinks. So if you want ones that like to buy a bunch of snacks for your kids, like cookies, chips, candy, and soda, Sprite Zero, whatever. If you're one of those that buys a lot of junk food stamps, it's not going to work for that. So sugary drinks and junk food is not going to work with your food stamp card. So that part is really shocking for me. And the reason why I say that because food itself is already high. And you want people to eat healthy and make better decisions when it comes to their health. But how about telling these corporations to drop down their prices to make healthier food more affordable? Because a lot of people do eat out and spend less money when it comes to eating out, especially when it comes to their kids. These spending money on trying to eat healthy. A lot of times eating healthy is actually very expensive. So if you want people to eat healthy that's on food stamps, drop those prices down. But that's the one thing that is shocking to me when I saw that you can't buy sugary drinks, sodas and junk food with your food stamps. You cannot do that anymore. So that's one of the changes actually was shocking for me. Now, being on government assistance is supposed to be...
Okay, before she get on that, I think I said something. Okay, I don't think I mentioned it. Actually, it's related to the last video about the one that people don't know how to shop. So, to me, yes, try and get it organically and fresh. Yes, it could be expensive, but if you buy the frozen versions of it, they are still organic, but they are frozen. It actually costs a little less if you buy the frozen version of it. Yes, you might not get all the fruits you need or veggies like that, but it actually can cut down the price a bit. But that's if you want to go the frozen route. Because that's what I do. Since I know if I go the fresh route, I'm not going to eat them right away. That's me. So I tend to go get the frozen versions of them. So that way I can store them for a long period of time until I finally get to them. Because that's how I am. But it works for me. I'm not gonna say it's gonna work for any of y'all, but it works for me. Buying the frozen version of stuff. I do that with the meats, my veggies, my fruits, some of my grains, but canned goods. No, I don't. Of course, canned goods. Man, my cabinet's full of canned goods. I rely heavily on canned goods, particularly for my beans. I'm a big beans person. Okay, but yeah, that's one option you can do. I also got all my spices too. Now I'm thinking about the last video. Yeah, but I also got all my spices too. And yes, I'm pretty well stocked on most of these. I keep up with them. The one thing I go through the fastest for me might be my cereals, because that's one of my go-to things for breakfast. And if I don't feel like cooking, I probably will for cereal. But anyway, let's keep on going.
Be temporarily, but a lot of people are abusing it. So it's kind of good that they're actually cracking down doing that, because
it is good.
Leave government assistance for the people that really needs it, like the people that's disabled. I'm talking about the ones who cannot work, they cannot get around, they need the actual help. The ones that's actually on poverty level, they didn't have no choice. You don't know what's going on with them.
I don't know about poverty level.
That's why I believe the people that's in that type of situation that should be on government assistance. But everybody else that just want to be lazy, want somebody to take care of them, want somebody to fund their lifestyle.
That's like 70% of
government assistance. That right there needs to stop. So, but government assistance is supposed to be temporary to help you get you back on your feet. I know a lot of people on here are mad about that, but it is what it is. I'm actually glad things happen. Let people know it's time for you to get off your tail and go find a job.
Yeah, get off your ass and go get a job.
Now, there's another change that's already illegal as it is, but some people do it anyway just to get as a side hustle. A lot of people sometimes get on food stamps just to sell their food stamps. So what they're also doing is cracking down individuals actually doing.
And that is, I think, selling food stamps is supposedly a federal offense, if I recall correctly. I probably need to look it up, but I think it is. Selling food stamps is a federal offense, if I recall correctly.
So if you get caught selling food stamps, they can cut you off from that too. And, some people do get arrested for that, something like that, which is actually illegal anyway. So, you got the person that actually got the groceries, but then also somebody made money off of it. So that's another change I did find out. What they're actually doing is cracking down people that's actually doing it. So if you get caught selling food stamps, you can seriously get in trouble for that, and you will get your benefits cut off from that. So you're an able-bodied individual that's able to get a job, that's the only time you're eligible to even get food stamps. You cannot use your food stamps to buy sugary drinks or junk food. It has to be something healthy wise, so that way you can make better health decisions with your lifestyle. And also, if you get caught selling food stamps, they will take that away from you as well. So, I mean, I don't know what you guys think about these changes. So I know it's been saying this for a while, and a lot of people upset about it, but hey, it is what it is. So maybe something good come out of it. But leave a comment in the description and let me know how you guys think. So, you know, I said what I said. This is my opinion, but then we can do. So this is their decision. So let me know in the comment section how you feel about the changes for food stamps.
I got nothing to say on anything because I think I say everything I need to say on this one because this was the longest clip of this video. So I say everything I need to say. So we'll continue to the next one.
Y'all want to make everything content, and that is the problem. Y'all do know that these people use social media to get a lot of their information, and they literally watch everything that we do, right? With that being said, a lot of y'all come on here and y'all want everything to be content. Let me show you my Mercedes-Benz in front of my Section 8 housing where I get a free utility check every month. Let's go with me to the grocery store while I go on this luxurious grocery haul, and I show y'all my 40 cases of soda. I show you my 20 cases of chips. I show you all my Gushers and fruit snacks and T-bone steaks in the whole nine.
You know who she referred to, right? The main one from my first 2 Hunger Games videos. The lady with the 6 kids. Her. That would been on Section 8 for 13 years. Her. That's who she referring to.
Y'all have to keep in mind that a lot of people that sees this content, a lot of people that's scrolling down your timeline are working class people. And some of them get very offended, if not upset, that they want to qualify for the benefits that they feel like you're getting. They feel like you sit at home, you don't do nothing all day while they work in 2 and 3 jobs, and yet they can't get the benefits that you sit on this very app and glorify every day. Trump is making a change to the different policies when it comes to these benefits, and now everybody is mad. How about we start taking responsibility and accountability for our actions and think about the part that we played in everything that we're seeing playing out?
Yep, because remember in the second one, she had that, she was crashing out because a whole ton of people reported her for flaunting this whole government assistance lifestyle, everything she was getting. Like I said, she's an idiot. I need to check, see if she got some more videos. I'm pretty sure she do. I'm pretty sure she's still crashing out. Yeah. After I do this video, I'm gonna see if she got some more. All right. Let's move on to the next clip or 2. I think I got 2 more.
I told y'all it was coming. So I recently made a video talking about the state of Nebraska, how you will be unable to purchase sodas and or energy drinks on your SNAP benefits, food stamp or EBT card, whichever you call it. You will be unable to purchase these things. Now this will become effective on January 1st of 2026, right? And I told you that there will be other states that will follow. Well, guess what? Indiana and Iowa recently got the approval from the federal government to be able to ban these products on your grocery list whenever you go grocery shopping with the EBT card, SNAP benefits, or food stamps. There will be other states that will follow. Now, it did not tell me an effective date for Indiana and Iowa, so I'm unsure about that. When I find out that information, I'll definitely bring it to you. So I'm unsure about when that will be effective for Nebraska. It is definitely effective January 1st, 2026. For Indiana and Iowa, we will find out. But they said it will be more states to follow. So definitely stay tuned because you don't want to get up to the register and be embarrassed, or get up to the register and try to figure out why you have a balance and they're saying you have to pay cash. Do not buy sodas and do not try to buy energy drinks after January 1st for Nebraska, because it will be rejected. With that being said, I'll try to continue to keep you up to date with food stamp and Medicaid, basically any type of governmental assistance. I will keep you up to date with that. This is Lady Queen, Black with News. Bye, guys.
Yeah. I already knew about it because I think I covered in the last Hunger Games vid, number 3, with the states. I think it was the first clip I played that named off like 8 or 9 states that put in waivers. So now, other than Nebraska, so now you got Iowa and what you say, Indiana, got theirs approved. So there was still like 5, 6 other states, and no Texas, still waiting on theirs go through the House. Georgia need to get thrown in there, and I'm in Georgia because, like I said, Georgia definitely need to be applying. Governor Kemp, do your job, dude. Come on, get on top of it. But anyway, I think we got one more clip left. Yeah, I think it's just one more clip. So let's get through it.
So Trump and his administration has passed a bill to where junk food can't be bought with EBT. And hey, don't get me wrong. I understand a lot of people do abuse it. That's understandable. Here is the thing. To eat healthy and organic is very expensive. So if you got a family that only get $500 and you want them to eat organic and healthy, they're not going to get a lot of food that lasts them throughout the month because the prices are so expensive. So if they're going to do that, I think they need to go after these companies that are charging an arm and a leg for organic or healthy food. Like, that's crazy. To be healthy, it costs so much. Even when we go to the store, a bottle of water, $4, $5 for a bottle of water. Water should be a bottle of water, like single bottle of water, should be like 50 cents because it's healthy. But then you can go outside of Walmart and get a can of soda for 50 cents. And then they wonder why Americans are big and Americans are unhealthy, and America's like, it's a lot of fat people over here compared to other countries, because other countries food and produce are like damn near organic. It's like, you know what I'm saying, way fresher and healthier than our food. But I'm gonna mind my business on that.
Well, yeah, it is. So I had a thought on my mind. Oh, I know the last video I said Americans about how big we are. I thought I said it was 45% of our country are overweight obese. Actually, that number was off. That was closer to the obese number. 40% of our country is obese. If we include overweight, that number jumps up to 70%. Yes, 70% of our country is overweight or obese. Yeah. The whole thing, I think I already mentioned a lot about the food, what we do buy with food stamps already. We mentioned that already. The organic part, I think I covered that already on this earlier in the clip. Like I said, you could go to frozen produce option. Go get frozen veggies and fruits that way. You might not get all of the fruits and veggies you want, but you get some of the most ones that's mostly used in most cookings. That's most known. So that's one route you can take. I understand the sentiment of organic being expensive, but you gotta find ways around it. Just like one of the commenters, a couple of commenters from the last video, get a big bag of rice, a lot of pasta, the macaroni like elbows, shells, get a bunch of those. Tomato sauce is, to me, still relatively cheap. $2 for a jar. That's still relatively cheap. But yeah, there's ways around it. You just gotta know how to work the budget, work the whole thing. But anyway, that is it for me. That was all the clips. So, damn. Like I said, I'm gonna say this again. Taking requests, articles, and the clips you want me to cover. Let me know. Hit me up on my socials or shoot me an email on my email in the description below. So if you made it this far, go ahead and hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. Please leave a comment. Tell me what you think about this whole situation and share it with anybody who likes videos like these. So I'm gonna go ahead and sign off here because my throat's feeling dry. Yeah. Darn. I see you on the flip side. Y'all have a good one and peace. I forgot what I was gonna say.